Where are we?
Colors is
I'm waiting.
probably brighter than they've been for a long time.
What the hell is this?
This is...
Meteor.
Sephiroth.
Oh, no, okay, just Sephiroth. Did we just power him up? Oh yeah, this is straight out of Advent Children here. Oh, so One-Winged Angel is gonna play.
Let's finish this.
Fate is not to be taken lightly, Cloud.
Shut up!
I'm straight up gonna try and dodge any of those level 3s. There is no point in me dealing with that nonsense. Nope. Okay, maybe I should have tried just gone into Punisher mode and tried to block that. Nope.
Come, Cloud.
Oh, I will. Really? Ah, come on. I totally used that at the right time. Fine, whatever. Come at me. Oh, damn it. You're much better at the come at me stuff than me. Balls.
Have we forgotten already? Do you dream of me?
Oh no. Ah, poop. Dodge, dodge. Oh, so bad. I'd actually like to assess you.
I got your number.
Watch this be some amazing thing to steal. No. Unable to read. Totally unable to read. Don't even try. Lesser resistance, everything. Immunity to everything that could do damage over time. Yeah. You know what? Only way we're doing this is straight up a fight.
Beg for forgiveness.
Nope. Balls. I may have dodged some of it, but I need a heal. I love this song, by the way. Don't need that.
Come on.
Okay, so that can't be blocked. I can't easily dodge this. I would have laughed if that could have hurt him. Though I will be honest. Okay. Damn. Nope. There we go.
Ride for me.
I'd super like to not have to deal with this nonsense. Spirit Suck. Oh, I flat out didn't get to use that as a result. That's so annoying. That was a bad time to try and run.
Be careful.
Nope. Oh, okay. I'm about to really hurt.
Feeling good.
So good is exactly how I put it.
Do you dream of me?
Not really. Can't say I do. Man of wall.
Come on.
That should make this a little bit easier. Oh, come on. I totally was blocking then.
Enjoy.
Yep. This is gonna hurt a bit, but oh,
You're mine.
we stagged him. What the dickens? I wasn't expecting that. Okay, yeah, this is very much Advent Children.
Yeah.
Do you dream of me? The planet will claim you.
Let's go with haste on me. Okay. Another. Just go with a Cura.
Second wind.
Beg for forgiveness.
Can we not block it? Okay.
Ride for me.
I really should try to just dodge those when I
Now
can.
you're in for it.
Okay, right. First, we're gonna go for refocus. Again, we're in a one-on-one. There's no reason to try and avoid to not cast that for fear that I'll just go down and then I'll have wasted the ability. Because there's nothing I can do if I go down anyway. Alright. Let's go for... Who's gonna go first? Okay, apparently... Damn. Sorry, right, apparently I am. Can I get this off before Fire Arga kicks in?
Bring it.
Aha! Yes, I can. That, you scoundrel.
Let's try that again.
Beg for forgiveness.
Really rather not. There we go. Come on, just a tiny bit more to stagger him.
Ride for me.
Let's
There
do
we
this.
go.
Did you miss me?
I did, actually, yes.
No, really.
Oh, come on now, Cloud.
Yeah, so what? Screw him.
Do
I
you
agree.
dream of me?
Seriously, Sephiroth, this is the weirdest kind of bromance ever. Okay, that sucks.
Go on!
Yep.
Just go away!
I mean, we can literally just keep trading blows.
Go
Deal
on!
with that.
I'll take care of him.
Ride for me.
Oh! That was not nice.
That's it! You've got this.
Hang back.
Stop it!
Shit.
That wasn't please. Stop it!
What?
That was something.
There we go. I'd like the same again, because I've got a funny feeling he's about to attack again. Yep. Now we can use our limit break.
Get him!
And completely flubbed it in every possible way.
So it's my turn?
Man, that sucks.
Tagging out.
All right. Won't last long. You're mine.
See, that is when we should have used the limit break, realistically, but oh well.
One more shot.
Oh no, it's gonna take us several more, I fear. Alright. Go for this. There we go. Uh-oh.
Barret.
Better late than never.
Let's go.
Beg for forgiveness.
That's it.
Go. Aerith, I really need... Oh, actually, is this leveled up? It has, but... Let's get that going, please. Actually... Oh, not self-destruct. One day I will accidentally use that. This one as well, since, you know, he likes being so close. This on me.
Ain't dead yet.
I mean, I know that I am effectively ignoring the rest of the team right now, but Cloud seems honestly the better able to deal with this particular type of enemy.
Now.
There we go. Yes, bring in Leviathan. Oh, this is a max level Sephiroth. He's only got one wing. Sephiroth at max level had 7, which made him... if you don't get the reference, it's very biblical. You know, the whole one-winged angel thing is, of course, is biblical. But the real focus for Sephiroth is how many wings, because the hierarchy of angels. In his strongest form, he had 7 wings, which I believe actually puts him outside, either on at the highest of the hierarchy of angels or outside of it. Because I believe that the highest rank of angel had 6 wings, and Sephiroth in his final form had 7. Massive god complex, this guy. Yeah, it was 7 because he had 1 wing on his shoulder, and then like a kind of a centaur's body, like lower body, like, you know, he had like a horse's lower body with 6 limbs, and all of them were wings. So he had 7 wings in total. Yeah, Seraphs have 6 wings. Oh, did Metatron have 8? Ah, okay. And it would have put him just below Metatron then.
I'll take care of you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Super need that K, honestly, because I'm about to die. And we get a big old fat cure on me right now.
Let's try that again.
Yes, thank you. And this is the best music ever.
That's it.
Yeah, Metatron is God's
One for you.
effectively right hand, yeah.
Do you dream of me?
Metatron is Riker to God's Picard. Let me just get a little bit of pressure playing. Oh, that's not be that. Ouch, that did kind of hurt, actually.
Beg for forgiveness.
I don't feel like it. Nope.
Oh, the memories.
Oh dear. How about I use Mana Wall since I've got all of his attention now? Stands to reason that we should need a bit more protection overall. There we go.
See you soon.
Ouch. I just want to stagger him before I try to use my limit break again.
Go on.
I won't give up.
Please take him down. Good, I got a heal.
Stay strong, okay?
I'm absolutely just taking a ruining from Sephiroth right now, but
Do you dream of me?
partly the point I fancy. Can I get... No! Split second.
Let's be smart.
Rise from me. Beg for forgiveness.
I'm gonna have to set up my mana wall again shortly.
Enjoy it.
Yep, like right now. Ah, balls. Barrett, Barrett, can you send over a turbo eater to Cloud?
Beg for forgiveness.
Yep, that does well. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, really? You scallywag, you. Ouch. Okay. Need that cure right now.
Gotta be careful.
Care of you.
Will you endure?
Oh, Octaslash. How about 100% no? Because I got a funny feeling that's going to hurt like buggery. Don't need heal there. Has he got regen? He still has regen, sure. Actually, he's in ice mode, so good fire. Oh, really? That sucks.
Beg for forgiveness.
Okay. You've no longer got any kind of
Just go away.
pressure, so I may as well just go in there and just do as much damage with my limit break as I can.
It's fine. I'm
And it
okay.
does do a decent amount, to be fair.
Second wind.
Right, we need to not be alive anymore. Really badly. Oh, this is going to get nasty for everyone. Where are you?
That's that.
We get in.
Of course we didn't.
Tifa.
About time you showed.
They're trying to stop us from defeating him because it's going to throw
We
everything
can
off.
do this. We can. We can change it. Make it right.
This is like watching a movie at this point. Omni slash time?
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist. Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end. Nor will I have you end.
This is...
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
Never.
Okay. And just with how little effort Sephiroth is defending.
Not yet.
This is like watching a new squash player playing against someone who's a seasoned veteran.
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Wow.
Mr. Vice President.
Mr. President. That's right.
Where is this gonna go now then, Hojo?
Wait. Was that all of them?
Is this a flashback?
Hey,
Or is
Cloud.
this currently happening?
Did you see that?
There we go. It is a flashback. What just happened? Is Zack alive now? Oh, this raises so many questions. Oh my lord, so many questions.
Here.
Thank you.
And yeah, I know. The dog was a different one. So it's a Zack from a different reality. I mean, this really... If Zack is still out there, then how is that going to tie into Aerith? Yes! Charlie Sheen is still alive! Only the good version of Charlie Sheen.
Marlene,
Coming! Daddy?
Marlene! I'll come back.
So, what now?
Okay, Cloud now has the Buster Sword.
Sephiroth. As long as he's still out there.
Where are they
thought
going to
you'd
take this
be-
narrative now?
We can.
I know, Barrett has such a beautiful face. I agree.
We will.
Completely fits Omega. His eyes are pools you could drown in.
Count me
And
in.
he covers them up with shades all the time.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
But this is all over the place in so many ways. I don't know. It's a strange one. Is that... Oh my god, really? Is Cloud gonna see Zack
Almost
show up
there,
with Cloud?
We're almost there.
What? Hi.
I miss it. The steel sky.
So realities are converging. Wow.
Time after time, and there you'd be, shining brightly, your smiling face to guide my
That is all over the place. I don't... What? Wow. There is so much to unpack there. So much to unpack. First and foremost, for those of you who are still here watching, thank you so much. For those of you who've been watching the entire thing with me, going through this entire journey with me, thank you especially. That was amazing. But WTF? Just... wow. Well, I mean, right up until the end. I mean, those spirits were there, and we were playing around with the idea that effectively they were forcing our hand. But when they, towards this ending here, where it just really just became heavy-handed, like right up until almost the end of the whole Shinra building thing, it had more or less followed the story. And just in those last couple of hours, it's just that, yep, no. You know, you wanted a potential where you could change everything? Sure, here you go. I mean, I can't even say that I'm sad now that the kind of emotional weight of the deaths are gone, because it made me care enough about the characters that I was genuinely, like, if you watch the streams back, I was genuinely saying, don't take them away from me now. I don't want them to die. As much of a fan of tragedy as I am, I don't want Jesse to die. I don't want Biggs to die. And now that maybe they haven't, well, clearly Biggs hasn't, and Jesse's glove and headband was on the counter. Perhaps she didn't either. Don't know about Wedge, but this has given the option, I guess, of exactly what the game guided me to want. It's such an interesting thing. Yeah, this means that future can possibly be avoided, yeah. But then, would you want to? Because that story was so heavy because of it. It was so influential because of it. It's such an interesting... It's a bold play. It's such a bold play. I mean, I generally have avoided spoilers all the way through. Thank you very much for the cheer there, Akutami. I've avoided spoilers pretty much the entire game. And so only the official kind of media is what I've consumed. And that gave no hint that it was going to be such a deviation. And yes, I know the whole play on words, remake, reboot, reimagining, remaster, so on and so forth. Next is Trimian. If your story has to rely on a part 2, you've done a terrible job. I wouldn't necessarily say Tolkien would agree. Or Akira. or Muska Valley of the Wind, or Game of Thrones, well, you know, Fire and Ice, or the Vampire Chronicles, or pretty much any of a practically limitless number of stories that I can think of that expand through several books, would agree with you. I don't believe that a terrible job is a fair thing to say just because a story continues on a part 2. I feel that's a very strong statement to make, and I would challenge it. And I'm not saying that you're wrong that this story wasn't well paced for it. It leaves everything open. This game, I feel, was made as, and this is where I'm going to come from. I feel this game was made as much for the players who played it before, but as well as new players. It's an interesting direction to try and take it. It's not simply an homage to the original game. It's not simply a retelling of that story, more fleshed out. It is, for a large part of it, but then right at the end, they kind of hit you with that, but maybe this story isn't going to go the way that it did before. And this is why that story might not play out that way. It could go a different direction, if you want it to. And that's a very interesting one, because not only does that allow for new players to the franchise who, you know, let's be honest, the game is so old now that even a new player would probably know a lot of what had gone on in the game. But they still have an option to experience a new story, but also those old players who wanted a different story. It's an interesting thing. Yeah, Wheel of Time is an obvious one. That's like so many novels. I wouldn't say it's weaker for the cliffhanger. I really wouldn't. I think that's frustration talking. I don't think that cliffhanger made this weak for being a cliffhanger. I think that's perhaps a little bit of the I want everything now kind of coming out. And that's not calling you out. I think we're all a little bit like that, especially if you're teased with it. It's like someone sliding a delicious smelling dinner under your nose, just wafting it there until you eat half of it and then taking the other half away and say, no, you're gonna have to wait for that. You don't get that one right now. It is a really frustrating situation to be in, but I wouldn't say that this was weak for it. But this has been a very, very interesting ride. Very interesting ride. The parts that were very tightly focused on the original and was simply expansions on that, and the new elements that were introduced. I am so happy I played this. So happy I played this, and thank you so much for joining me throughout all of this. It has been a far better experience for having company for it. But yeah, I don't know what to expect come the second installment. Will they follow even remotely closely to the original narrative now? I mean, Sephiroth is still out there. I would have been shocked if they took Sephiroth out, because it's like, wow, okay, so you've killed off the main villain already. Where are we going with this? But there's a lot of interesting things going on here. So many. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I think that's what it boils down to. For me, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see Juno. I'm excited to see Costa del Sol. I'm excited to see Wutai. Yeah, Laird. I think they have to at least follow the original story somewhat. Question is just how much they'll do it. But for what it's worth, you know, I am left with excitement. I am left with anticipation. I am looking forward to see where this story goes. I'm not left feeling frustrated by it. I'm not... I don't feel cheated out of the original storyline that I was expecting. I'm kind of glad for the differences. I'm not entirely sure what to make of them. There's kind of like this kind of apprehensive hope Well, hope might be the wrong word. I don't know what I would be hoping for, but I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. I'm loving these little flashes of all the FMVs as well. This is brilliant. I mean, we're actually still very early in the game at this point. Well, I can't wait for part 2 now, and thanks for taking us on this journey, Avak. You're more than welcome, Nine. You are more than welcome. I just want the gold saucer. Must play mini games. I know, right? Once I got to the gold saucer, I spent a stupid amount of time there in the original game, and indeed in Final Fantasy XIV. Once I had basic access to the the sort of like entertainment area, I just spent so much time there. So much time there. I'm expecting part 2 to be a bit of a fish out of water story, where now Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barret, Red are in a different timeline, universe, where things didn't happen the same way. Zack lives, maybe Jessie became a successful actress and never joined Avalanche, etc. I don't know, from what I could see, it seemed, well, you're right. It's a very strange... It's hard to know what to say about it all. I mean, in this timeline, in the original timeline, Cloud and Zack, I mean, they were obviously already at Midgar for the entire story to take place. Cloud had already arrived, and presumably Zack was already dead. But the fact that as they're leaving Midgar, Zack and Cloud were returning, it's so strange. Yeah, if it was just the original story, it wouldn't be as interested in what comes next. No, indeed. But at the same time, I played this expecting it to just be a remastering of the original story, and I was completely happy to do that. And I was happy to see how they would expand it out. And even through it, when they started fleshing out Jessie and Biggs and Wedge and all of that, I really, really enjoyed the whole thing. I was not expecting this. There was part of me that didn't want Jessie to die because of the scenes. It added so much character to everyone. And it was going to feel that much more weighty. But there was also a part of me that was like, as much as I railed against it, there was a part of me that respected the kind of, drama chops on it. As a lifelong fan of tragic romance and classic Greek tragedy style theatre, it's not a good story unless someone dies. That sounds so horrible, but it's so true. It's like in some sort of hero drama like this, it's like, yeah, there's got to be lost. It adds gravitas to it all. I find it harder to believe in a story where the stakes are not life or death. In that kind of these kinds of heroic sagas, if you like. The ending was very nails on a chalkboard for me. I am certain it'll be that way for quite a few people, actually. I'm certain it'll be that way for a lot of people. And that's completely fine. I imagine there will be a good chunk of people who would have been very frustrated that because they wanted just a modern remaster of Final Fantasy VII. And for a large part of it, that's what this was. And it didn't really give many hints. I mean, the whispers, it was kind of pointing at that for a lot of the game. But in ways that only really started to dawn as you got about halfway, 3/4 of the way through. And then at the end, it really just smacked you with it like a wet fish. It really, really, pushed it on you. And that's... Yeah, I imagine there'll be a lot of people who were like, well, this wasn't really what I wanted. I just wanted the story told again, as it was, but with modern graphics, modern kind of mechanics to the game. But no, I think this stands well on its own. And it also stands well, in my opinion, as a as a reimagining of the original. I think it stands side by side quite positively. I think they did an amazing job with some of the characters. Hojo genuinely makes my skin crawl, and that is good writing. Where that's going to go, I don't know. Yeah, this stamp logo on that bag of chips was completely different. Completely different. Will this series of streams be uploaded to your second channel? Yes, Chris, Dragon Senpai. They will absolutely be up on the second channel. But yeah, the stamp on that bag of crisps was absolutely different. So to me, that feels very much like it's an alternate. Not an alternate timeline so much as a divergent reality. Avak, instead of smacking you in one chapter, they spread the new story out and paste it. Are you excited if the game is 95% expanded original and 5% utterly new? Yeah, I'd probably still enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I felt that although I knew the story, I still enjoyed the new parts that were added to it. I was not expecting it to have a flat out, yeah, you know what, anything is possible ending. That was a shock to me, but not an unwelcome one. My prediction for the end of the remake. Some mega disaster happens because of Sephiroth, and the heroes have to escape to the alternate timeline universe. Yeah, okay. In my opinion, this is one of the best, if not the best JRPGs of all time. If the stuff with the whispers were not in there, I would be ecstatic for the next part. Now I'm apprehensive they might fuck it up completely. Well, yeah, I can see where you're coming from there, Mirage. As a story, the original was a complete thing. It had a beginning, a middle, and end. You knew where the characters were, you knew what would happen, you knew where the shocks and surprises were, but nevertheless, retold and you know, modernized and beautiful the way it was going to be just as impactful, I think. I can read a book that I've read before and still have the feelings that I had the first time I read it, and I would have been completely okay with it if they'd done that. They haven't, and so whereas I wasn't like worried of the origin of the story going into this. Like I had no expectation that they would mess the story up because they were just following a template. But now they're not. And so yeah, I can see where that apprehension comes from. There's this possibility that it could go awry. And yeah, I do get where you're coming from with that. I'm not apprehensive so much. Or well, like I said, there's a certain sort of anxious hope. Again, hope being the wrong word, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. If they don't have the Chocobo Ranch, I'm a riot. No, I'll be rioting with you there, Amelia. 100%. You're just unsure just how much the player will be able to influence the storyline. That's a fair question. That is a very fair question. But there we are. We're done. We've gotten our way through the game. And that is it. I couldn't be happier with how that turned out. The ending chapter was a bit bonkers. Like it proper went full bore. Meta. It wasn't even breaking the fourth wall. It was full, you know, doing a waltz through meta dimensions. It was crazy, but I'm really, really happy and super excited about where this is going. Super excited to see where it's going to go. And that is my overall takeaway from this. Really, really fun game to play. I like what they did with the mechanics. I am quite happy with the real-time kind of slash ATB gameplay in combat. I don't feel that any particular chapter was an especial grind. There were some which did have a bit of back and forth thing, but no, I really, really enjoyed this overall. Really, really enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. Thank you so much for joining me for this, everyone. This was a rare pleasure, and I am so glad to have been able to finish it off with you all.